here to take care of it. Set on up to Cook. Isaac Andrews, 8 brings. Down to Andrews. Gets it down court. The shot is up. Yes! And Westell, you're greatly appreciated. Baker here for 3. Knocks out pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball. Center field. That's going to be pretty good season. That's a high fly ball deep there in the left field. And it's going to be gone! Paul P. Dan Fisher. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com. Here from beautiful Raider Field here in Selma, Indiana, as we have Lady Raider softball coming your way here this evening. The 9-3 Shenandoah Raiders taking on your 6-5 Wapahani Raiders here this evening. As we get right into things, again, here as usual, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. We thank you all for tuning in and spending your Thursday night here with us. Should be a great battle here. Wapahani won their last time out there on Tuesday evening, in which they traveled over to Randolph Southern and took down the Rebels by a final score of 18-0 to claim their third MEC conference victory on the season, get back in the winning column. A couple, tough stretch of games last week. There with losses to Madison Grant and Eastern Hancock. And then Jay County to start the week this week. So a couple of tough ones there, but like I said, eager to get back at it, and the Raiders were able to do so there on Tuesday night, in which, again, they was able to defeat Randolph Southern. So looking to continue our winning expedition throughout the rest of the regular season right here against a Shenandoah team that's had a very, very good start to the year, and we're looking forward to seeing what Wapahani can do here tonight. So we hope you all kind of stay tuned in here with us. Again, this has been our quick Raiders Live pregame show. Again, getting on here a little bit late. But we'll be back here with tonight's starting lineups. And then the first pitch here from beautiful Raider Field here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Here as we get right down to things here with tonight's starting lineups here, first and foremost for the visiting Shenandoah Raiders. Leading off and catching, number 4, Allen. Batting second at first base, number 14, Shanritz. Batting third and playing third base, number 21, Boyd. Batting fourth, shortstop, number 9, Muterspaw. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 6, Patrick. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 2, Mills. Batting seventh, the second base, number 19, Schwagnier. Batting seventh, batting eighth and pitching, number 10, Wittenberg, and then batting ninth, the center fielder, number 12, Lee. So again, that is tonight's starting lineup there for the Shenandoah Raiders. Here for Wapahani, we have Kai Van Note out in left field. We have Zoe Swallow in center, and Briley Kahali Como over in right. At third base here this evening, we have Megan Luce at third base. At shortstop, that is Maddie Rhodes. At second, Emily Luce. And over at first is Lauren Luce there with your battery mates there, and Zoe Koger and Abby Cross. As tonight's first pitch will be low for a ball. Quickly 1-0 the count. Here on the catcher, Allen here this evening. Again, Shenandoah coming into this evening's game 9-3 on the season, as that's going to be roped down the right field line, but foul. So an even count of a ball and a strike here on Allen. So Koger looks in there to cross, gets her signs, the windup and the pitch. Ground ball now to the third base side, and that will be foul for strike 2. So the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, as I mentioned earlier, your Raiders of Wapahani, that is, traveled to Randolph Southern Tuesday night, get a big win, and looking to turn that into a winning streak here potentially tonight against a tough opponent here in Shenandoah. Yeah, it's been a little while. Been about a week and a half, 2 weeks since we last been over here to broadcast a softball game. We've been trying to go back and forth. Started the year covering some softball games. There's the ground ball here to the first baseman, Luce, and she'll clean that up rather quickly here for 1 out here in the inning. And that's going to bring up to the plate the first baseman, number 14, Shanritz.
Now batting number 14, Shanritz.
So Shanritz will step in here, but as I mentioned here, again, start out the season, Wapahani played, we covered, the first couple, 2 or 3 Lady Raiders softball games. That's lined there in the left field for a 1-out base hit. But just trying to mix it up. A lot of these games are being played on the same day. Here is the third baseman, number 21, Boyd, will step in. It's kind of tough, when you've got baseball and softball playing on the same nights. You got to be somewhere. You can't be 2 places at once, as that pitch will be low and away there for a ball. So 1-0 the count. Again here with Shanritz down there at first base. Popped up there into the infield, and there's Lauren Luce, able to make a nice, easy catch there for out number 2. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 9, Muterspaw. Again with 2 out and 1 on. Again, Shanritz at first. So Muterspaw will now step in here. Again, a cloudy, somewhat cold day, still right around 60 to 62 degrees, somewhere right around in there. But another windy day as usual. You can't necessarily see the flag on your screen at the moment, but another little bit of a windy day here today, so it does make it a little bit more chillier than what it actually is. So that's going to be outside there for a ball. So 1-1 the count. But still, good enough day. The rain is holding off until sometime later on tonight. Now tomorrow could be a little interesting, because the Lady Raiders will be back in action tomorrow night as well, as that's going to be in there for a called strike too. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. But again, the Lady Raiders will take on Frankton tomorrow night, again, weather permitting. If we do have that one, then you can be able to watch that one right here on the WHS network as well. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and that's lined there in the left center field. Van Note over there to cut it off. Nice job of cutting that one off and getting back into the infield quickly. So a 2-out single here will give Shenandoah runners at first and second and 2 away. And now the left fielder, number 6, Patrick, will step in.
Patrick.
So, again, good opportunity here for Koger to wiggle out of a jam right here, get the ladies in here to hit for the first time this evening. As that's going to be popped up down the third base line. The wind might bring it back in, but unfortunately that was not the case. And so that's going to fall out of play. So quickly 0-1 here on the Shenandoah left fielder. So again, 0-1. Patrick steps back in there. Koger back on the rubber. Gets her pitch. Here's the 0-1 offering. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the count. Again, Mills on deck. And hopefully we won't have to see her until next inning. At least for Wapahani's sake anyway. That's going to be high for ball 2. Again, if you're just joining us here for the first time, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one's going to sail high for ball 3. So again, Allen grounded out, and then Shanritz there with a single. Boyd there popped out to the first baseman loose, and then the single by Muter's paw. And that's going to be popped back and out of play as the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So both runners will be on the move. Again with Shanritz there at second, Muter's paw at first. Koger here with a windup. Here's the pitch. Fly ball there in the center field. Zoe Swallow will get there and make the catch. A little bit of a collision out there with her and Van Note. But everybody's all right and smiling. That's going to do it here for the top half of the first inning. So Shenandoah does get a couple of hits, but nothing to show for here as they get no runs here on 2 hits, also no errors, and 2 left on. We'll head to the bottom half of the first. Scoreless here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look here at tonight's starting lineup here for Wapahani. Again, your Raiders coming into this evening's game 6-5 and 3-2 here in the MEC Conference. And this starting lineup will look like this here for Wapahani. Leading things off and playing shortstop, number 20, Maddie Rhodes. Batting second and catching, number 3, Abby Cross. Batting third and playing right field, 00, Bradley Kahali-Como. Batting fourth, second base, number 5, Emily Luce. In this 5 spot, that's Lauren Luce playing first base. Batting sixth, Zoe Swallow. And then Zoe Koger, Megan Luce, and Kaya Van Note round out the starting lineup here this evening. So Rhodes will step in here again, doing a little double duty here this evening with the PA announcing and the broadcasting. Good friend of ours, Ryan James. I'll give him a little shout out this evening. He's doing some PA announcing for the visiting team here and there as well. Like I said, wanted to give him a little bit of a shout out here this evening. But quickly, 0-1 here on Matty Rhodes, as that's going to be upstairs there for a ball. So quickly, 1 ball and 1 strike here on Matty. Got a junior shortstop here for your Lady Raiders, and the pitch swung on and missed, strike 2. Again, following Rhodes will be Cross and then Kahali Como here in the bottom half, the home first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to fall outside there for an even count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the Raider baseball team in action today as well against Shenandoah. We'll try to give you all some updates later on throughout the ball game here, as Rhodes will go down swinging here for out number 1. And that's going to bring to the plate the catcher, number 3, Abby Cross. In there for a called strike. So quickly, 0-1. Again, your battery mates here for Shenandoah. On the mound, Wittenberg here tonight, and calling the signs is Allen. So again, we'll pop up here to the pitcher. She'll make the catch. Again, a little bit of a brief collision right there with the pitcher and the first baseman. But nonetheless, 2 outs now here in the inning, and that's going to bring up Briley Kahali Como. And that's going to be swung on and then foul tipped into the mitt. So quickly, 0-1 here on Briley. Again, the first 2 sitting down in order so far here in Rhodes and Cross. Calicomo looking to change our fortunes here in the bottom half of the first inning. So an even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Emily Luce awaits on deck. Wittenberg with a windup. Here's the pitch. And that's going to miss for ball 2. Right back there to the pitcher, and that's going to do it here for the opening frame here this evening. So 3 up, 3 down goes your Wapahani Lady Raiders as they get no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the top half the second. Again, scoreless here from beautiful Raider Field. All right, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Top half of the second inning. Here from beautiful Raider Field, we have the right fielder, number 2, Mills, at the plate here for Shenandoah, as it is quickly 0-1. Again, Shenandoah had a couple of hits there in the top half of the first inning, nothing to show for. There's Zoe Koger, and the Lady Raiders are able to close the door there on the top half of the first inning, as that one's low for a ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike here on the Shenandoah right fielder. Here's a pitch from Koger, and that's also going to be a ball. Again, it's kind of hard to read these umpires. They really don't say much. They'll if it's a strike, they'll wait, pause for about 3 or 4 seconds, and then make the call. So sometimes it's a mystery for us as well. So an even count here of 2 balls and 2 strikes. When you have a swing like that, it's obvious. But anything else makes it a little bit more interesting, I'll tell you that. So 2-2 the count here on Mills. Koger gets the signs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball here, the shortstop, Maddie Rhodes, will collect on the first, and Mills, quite the speedster, motoring down the first base line. So she's on with an infield single to lead off this top of the second inning, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 19, Schwaganier.
Now batting number 19, Schwaganier.
Here's a pitch from Koger. That's going to be low for a ball, 1-0 the count. Then following her will be Wittenberg and then Lee. Again, no first names, unfortunately. The roster that Shenandoah sent over for a varsity game was actually the JV roster, so that really doesn't do us much help. But look at Lauren Luce, full-on extension right there with a diving catch for out number 1 here in the inning. Heck yes.
Now batting number 10, Wittenberg.
So 1 down now in the inning, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, number 10, Wittenberg. Koger looks in there to cross. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. So again, Mills still down there at first base. 1 away here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. So Wittenberg has came up empty both swings so far here in this at bat. And a pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Koger whiffed her on all 3 pitches for out number 2 here in the inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 12, Lee.
Now batting center fielder, number 12, Lee.
So Lee steps in here with 2 away and 1 on. Mills at first. Here's the pitch. And that's going to sail high there for a ball. Quickly 1-0. And then following her will be right back to the top of the order here for Shenandoah. And things go rather quickly. That's different softball action-wise than what it is baseball. As we have an even count here after that check swing right there to make it a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
There's a pitch clock in softball.
So Koger toes the rubber once again. Gets her signs, the wind-up and the pitch. That's going to be low and away. Mills will stay put there at first base. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Throws on to first, and that's going to do it. A little 1-3 put out for out number 3. So Shenandoah will go quietly here in the top half of the second inning. Again, a leadoff hit, nothing to show for it here. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom half of the second. Again, still scoreless after an inning and a half. You're on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, just about set for the bottom half of the second inning here on the WHS Network. Again, greatly appreciate you all for tuning in here on this Thursday, April the 27th of 2023. Again, extremely important. I know for us to be able to be out here as much as we can, get some of these broadcasts on here. As I mentioned earlier, it's tough when you got two games going on the same day, but we're happy to be back out here broadcasting some softball for you guys as Emily Luce will step in. So 1 ball and no strikes here on Emily Luce. Outside there for a ball, so quickly now 2-0. Following Emily there, we'll have Lauren Luce and then Zoe Swallow in there for a called strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and a pitch. Inside now 3-1. And swung on and missed there by Emily. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a payoff pitch from Wittenberg. And that is called strike 3, looking for out number 1 here in the inning. As that's going to bring to the plate the first baseman, number 13, Lauren Luce. Wittenberg here with a pitch. And that's going to be shot down the right field line, but out of play. So, again, quickly 0-1 as... Again, you see, really for the most part here, through the first 4 batters, Wittenberg's done a pretty good job of getting ahead of the hitters. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be laced there in the left center field. A nice piece of hitting there by Lauren. She's going to make her turn to second, and she'll stop at first base. And so a 1-out single will give the Raiders their first hit of the ball game and get a base runner on here to set things up here for the center fielder, Zoe Swallow.
Center fielder Zoe Swallow.
So Zoe will step in here with 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom half of the second. Wittenberg here with a windup and a pitch. Shows bunt, brings the bat back, and that one's low for a ball, 1-0. That was a roller right on up there, so an easy one to pull the bat back on right there. There's the pitch. Gets the bunt down, right back to the pitcher, throws down to first. And so that will be out number 2, but it does move Lauren Luce up to second base now with Zoe Koger stepping in. All right, so again, a brief pause in the action right there. Catcher looked like she gathered herself right here, got her equipment set up the way she needed to. So quickly 0-1 here on Zoe Koger. Again, you have now 2 out, 1 on, Luce out there at second base in scoring position. So a great opportunity here for Zoe to help herself right here. The 0-1 offering. Little dribbler to the first base side, foul. So Koger in the hole here, no balls and 2 strikes. Megan Luce to follow, then Kaya Van Note. Again, Koger, the number 7 hitter in the order here for Wapahani. Wittenberg will gather herself and the pitch. Rolls that one on up there for a ball. So 1-2 the count. Again, Jeff Masters giving Koger the sign right here. Here's the 1-2. And that one's going to be fouled right back at us. So 1 ball, 2 strikes once again. Here's a 1-2 pitch, and that one's low for ball 2. So Koger really working the at-bat right here. This will be pitch number 6 upcoming. And it also just happens to be Deuce's Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the second inning. Fly ball down the left field line, and it's going to be foul. Here's the 2-2 pitch once again. And that's going to be low and inside for ball 3. So again, pitch number 8 will be on the way here in just a moment. Again, Lauren Luce out at second base, 2 out. And the payoff pitch, that's going to sail over the head of the catcher. Luce will take off for third. She'll go ahead and stay put right there. So now that gives Wapahani runners on the corners with, again, 2 out here in the inning.
Now batting number 15, Megan Luce.
So Megan Luce will now step in. Third baseman here for Wapahani. Wittenberg in a little bit of a trouble right here with runners on the corners. So quickly 1-0 the count, or 0-1 the count. Getting Koger with good speed at first. Swung on and missed, strike 2. And so again here, Megan got to shorten up. Got to find her way out of this one right here. The 0-2 offering. That's going to be low for a ball. So the count here, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to end the inning. So the Raiders got a couple base runners aboard. Unfortunately, nothing came to fruition this time around. So they get no runs on no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on. We head to the top of the third. Again, scoreless after 2 innings here on the WHS Network.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
All right, folks, again, welcome back here. Top of the third inning. Getting here from beautiful Raider Field as we're right back to the top of the order here for Shenandoah. And that is the catcher, number 4, Allen. Again, she grounded out back in the first inning to the first baseman, Lauren Luce. As that's going to miss just a touch inside there for a ball. Even a count up here at a ball and strike. And 3 hits on the day here for Shenandoah, 1 for Wapahani through the first 2 innings. Popped up in a shallow left field. Van Note is right there, and she'll make the snag for out number 1 here in the inning. That's what you like to see right here if you're Koger. Yeah, you want to pitch to contact right here, but the defense doing their job. Extremely important and a part of a key facet of the game right here, making sure you play solid defense. And now batting the first baseman, number 14, Sherritts. So a base hit right there for Shenandoah. So she's on out there at second base with a one-out double. So again, she's provided 2 of Shenandoah's 4 hits here this afternoon, or this evening, whatever it is, 5:45 in the evening. I guess it's probably evening time, I guess. But the third baseman, Boyd, now at the plate. And a ground ball here to the third base side. Loose to loose connection for out number 2. That does move the runner up now to third base, so quickly 2 down here in the inning after the 5-3 putout. And now the shortstop, Muterspaw, stepping in.
How about Muterspaw?
So 1 ball and no strikes here on Muterspaw. And runner at third, 2 away here in the inning. Koger with a windup. Here's a pitch. Fouled off to the right side and out of play. So the count here at 1-1. And following Muterspaw will be Patrick, potentially, in this inning. And a pitch. Low for ball 2. So again, the count here now 2 balls and 1 strike. Shanritz at third. And a pitch. And that's laced there in the left center field. Van Note will not get in there in time to get to that one, as that one goes all the way to the wall, and that's going to be an RBI double there for one Muterspaw. And so Shenandoah will get on the board here for the first time this evening and get the game's only run so far.
Number 6, Patrick.
So Muterspaw now at second base. You got a 1-0 Shenandoah lead. 5th hit now of the night here for the Shenandoah Raiders, as it's now 0-1 here on the left fielder, number 6, Patrick. Again, popped it up there to the center fielder back in the first inning to end the first inning of play. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Koger looks in there to cross. Here's the windup and a pitch. That's going to miss just inside there for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. And a pitch. Low inside, ball 3. So again, just stealing out away right here. You know, you can get a ground ball right here to end the inning, or a little pop up, one of the two. That's called strike 2 right there. And now the runner stole third base, so she'll be down there safely. Here's a payoff pitch from Koger. Popped up, foul ground along the first base line. Lauren Luce will make the catch for out number 3. But again, Shenandoah does get their first run of the ball game as they lead at 1-0 right here. They get 1 run here on 2 hits, also no errors, and 1 left on. We will head now to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Again, it's Shenandoah 1, Wapahani 0 here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Moments we live for, we celebrate, we must protect. This is what the IHSAA Foundation does every day. By providing scholarships to student athletes, developing coaches and athletic directors, recruiting and retaining high school officials, and awarding grants to IHSAA member schools, we can protect the future of high school sports for the next generation of Hoosiers. Will you join us? We need your help on our team. Donate today at ihsaafoundation.org.
All right, welcome back here, folks. Again, the bottom half of the third inning here from Raider Field. A 1-0 lead here for Shenandoah, as Kaya Van Note will lead things off here in this bottom half of the third here for Wapahani. So quickly, 0-1. Again, number 9 hitter in the order, and then we'll be right back to the top there, and Matty Rhodes, Abby Cross to follow. So 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up here in the home half of the third. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a pitch. Low for ball 2. In there for called strike 2. So an even count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wittenberg here with a wind up the pitch. Strike 3 looking right there for out number 1 here in the inning. And so that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 20, Matty Rhodes.
Shortstop, number 20, Matty Rhodes. Sister.
In there for a called strike. So quickly 0-1 here on Matty Rhodes. Again, struck out swinging in the first inning. 0-1 pitch. Low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Now 2-1. So again, Rhodes looking to get this thing going here for Wapahani. As far as, you look at what we was able to do last inning, got a couple runners on base, but unfortunately we weren't able to string anything together to get a run across home plate. So again, you just got to start stringing some hits together right here, building some positivity and confidence here throughout the lineup. It all starts right here at the top. Fly ball there in the left field. Left fielder's there and will make the catch for out number 2. And so now that will bring up the catcher, number 3, Abby Cross.
Not bad, the catcher, number 3, Abby Cross. I'll just copy you. Make it easier.
So Cross will step in here again. Bunted it to the pitcher there in the first inning. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a deep fly ball there, left center field. The center fielder and the left fielder go back, and with the wind blowing in, it's going to hold it up there for out number 3. So down quickly goes Wapahani here. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Here as we head to the top half of the fourth. Again, it's Shenandoah 1, Wapahani 0 here on the WHS Network.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association inning break here. 1-0 here as we enter the top of the fourth inning here from Raider Field, as we'll start things off here with a right fielder, number 2, Mills.
Mills.
So Mills will step in, 1 for 1 here on the night. So fouled off there to the third base side. Quickly, 0-1. Following Mills will be Schwaganier. Koger gets her signs here from Cross. Here's the pitch. And that's just going to miss just outside there for ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball here to the shortstop. Rhodes will not get her again. Again, Mills there with a speed motoring down the first base line. Another infield single. And that will now be the 6th hit of the night here for Shenandoah. So another leadoff single here for Mills. She's down at first, and now the second baseman, Schwaganier, at the plate.
Schwaganier.
So 0-1 the count. That's going to miss low and inside. So even counts of 1 ball and 1 strike. Wittenberg to follow, then Lee. Again, Wagner bunted it out on the fly there to the first baseman back there in the second inning, as that will be a force out there at second. 5-4 force out for out number 1. And so that's going to bring up the pitcher, number 10, Wittenberg.
Now batting the pitcher, number 10, Wittenberg.
So Wittenberg struck out swinging on 3 pitches in the second inning. And that's inside for a ball, quickly 1-0. Third baseman loose, playing in. And again, looking for that bunt right there. So 2 balls and no strikes. And here comes a pitch from Koger. Right on down Broadway right there for a called strike. So 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch. Skied up there on the first base side, but it's going to be out of play. And that will even the count up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, the wind continuing to blow in. I don't know if you guys can kind of hear that a little bit here on my mic or not, but some of the feedback from the wind. So hopefully that doesn't become too annoying throughout the ball game here. But that wind definitely continuing to pick up throughout the game here so far. You know, when we first started, it really didn't seem like it was too windy. But then, you know, just all of a sudden the wind starts kicking up, and next thing you know, it's going to be tough to hit one out today. There's no doubt about that one. That was popped out there to the shortstop Rhodes there for out number 2. And now to the number 9 hitter in the order. That's the center fielder, number 12, Lee.
Lee.
So 2 down here in the inning. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Again, ground out there to the pitcher in the second inning to end the second there by Lee. No balls, 1 strike, and a pitch. That's going to miss upstairs. So an even count here of a ball and a strike. Again, you have Mills at first, plenty of wheels, can motor around these bases. Heck, you know, if you hit the ball into the gap, she's definitely scoring. That's something you want to stay away from right here if you're Wapahani. You want to find a way to get this last down of the inning and get your team back in here to hit. 1-0 the count, or 2-1 the count, sorry. Here's the pitch. Popped up third base side, and that's going to get out of play. So that will even it up again here at 2-2. So Lee steps back into the batter's box. Koger back on the rubber. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a pitch. Fouled off and out of play. So 2-2 the count once more. Koger will rock back. Here's the pitch. And that's low in the dirt right there for ball 3. So a full count here on Lee. So you got to know Mills will definitely be on the run. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. A big strike out there for Koger. And that's going to do it here for the top half of the 4th inning. Here Shenandoah gets a leadoff hit, but nothing to show for thereafter, as they get no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We head now to the bottom half of the 4th. Again, Shenandoah 1, Wapahani 0 here on the WHS Network.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
All right, folks, again now back at it here with the bottom half of the 4th inning, and we're going to lead things off here with the Lady Raider right fielder, 00, Briley Kahali-Como. Second plate appearance here this evening, as that one's going to sail outside there for ball. So 1 ball and no strikes here on Kahali-Como. Fouled off, now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to get it going offensively here for Wapahani. Again, only 1 hit through the first 3 innings. Here again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch upstairs, good job there by Kahali-Como to lay off of that one. So pitch number 6 upcoming in this at bat. Wittenberg will get her signs from Allen. Here's the pitch. And again, another one fouled off down the right side and out of play. There's a 2-2 pitch, and she will get Kahali-Como swinging right there for out number 1 here in the inning. And that's going to bring up a second baseman, number 5, Emily Luce. So 0-1 the count here on Emily Luce. Then Emily struck out looking back in the second inning, and 0 for 1 so far. And a ground ball here to the shortstop. She'll throw on the first. So quickly 2 out to begin the fourth. After a 6-3 put away right there for the out, or second out here in the inning, and that will bring up the first baseman, number 13, Lauren Luce. Luce again has gathered our only hit so far here this evening. Singled there in the second inning. And that one's going to be fouled back. So quickly, 0-1 here on Lauren. Following her will be the center fielder, Zoe Swallow. Looking for a little 2-out magic here from Wapahani. Here's the 0-1 offering. That's going to miss low for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, the pitch. And fouled off down the right side and out of play. And so now again the count here, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got a battle here if you're Lauren. That's going to miss low and away. So an even count here of 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. And right into the glove of the shortstop. A well-struck ball there by Lauren Luce. Unfortunately, that's how things worked here so far for Wapahani this evening. Just of not being able to find some open real estate out there. So a line out there to the shortstop. We'll do it here for the bottom half of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. As we head now to the top of 5 against Shenandoah with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back with more right after these messages. All right, folks, back at it here. Top of the 5th inning here this evening as we'll lead things off here for Shenandoah with a catcher, number 4, Allen. She'll pop it up here to the second baseman. Oh, my, quite the collision. Maddie Rhodes. Well, looks like she's shaking up there a little bit. And Lauren Luce ended up making a catch. Again, that wind, I'm telling you, and I mentioned it earlier, the wind can wreak some havoc with the way, I mean, it's, sometimes it's been a little bit more gustier than other times, but really, and I said this, earlier on, the wind wasn't very bad when we first got here. When Redbeard and myself got out here, set things up, really didn't seem like the wind was all that bad, but then as times went along, and then right here, near the start of game time, it started picking up a little bit more, and that's still been the case throughout the entirety of the evening here. But again, we hope that Maddie's going to be all right. Obviously, you never want to see anybody get hurt, especially one of your own players. But again, Lauren Luce did make that catch. So there is one out here in the inning. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick pause in the action here real quick. It looks like Rhodes will be coming off the field. And we'll be back right after these messages.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
All right, folks, welcome back here. So, again, a variety of moving parts right here. So, Lauren Luce has moved from first base to third base. And then Emily Luce has moved from second base to shortstop. Then Megan Luce has moved from third to second. And then Kaya Van Note has moved from left field to first base. Briley Kahali Como's now moved from right to left. And in all honesty, I couldn't tell you who in the world's out in right field right now. So they don't even have a number on. So, but hey, I got, 5 out of the 6 right, or how many ever changes there were. There was quite a few. And so, again, Maddie Rhodes now out of the game, which, again, very unfortunate to see, but hopefully she'll be all right. Again, it looks like maybe an ankle issue right here as Sherritt's there at the plate, grounds out there to the third baseman, Lauren Luce. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Actually, 2 pitches and 2 out here in the inning, but 1 pitch, 1 out there of Sherritt's. And now the third baseman, Boyd, at the plate.
How about Boyd?
And that's going to get through the 5 and 6 hole, all and right by Briley Kahali Como, right through the wickets. He's going to throw it on the third and won't be there in time. So a hit and then an error there by the left fielder. So again, a hit and then an error right there will bring up the shortstop Muterspaw. So again, Muterspaw here at the plate with Ron on at third, popped up, shallow left field. And Emily Luce right there to make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. So what a quick and very unorthodox inning of play here in the 5th. But again, no runs here on 1 hit, also 1 error, and 1 left on. We will head now to the bottom half of the 5th. 1-0 Shenandoah here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
All right, folks, welcome back here. Bottom half the fifth inning here with the Liberty Prairie Alumni Association inning break. Again, 1 run here on 7 hits and no errors here for Shenandoah. Wapahani here on the flip side, no runs on hits and 1 error. As we head here to the bottom half of the fifth inning, we're going to lead things off here with the center fielder, number 18, Zoe Swallow. Zoe 0 for 1 here on the evening. Buttoned it there to the pitcher. And was thrown out down there at first base. So 0-1 the count. And that is going to be a ball low right there. So an even count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's a 1-1 pitch. This is low again here for ball 2. And we have 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up here in the bottom half of the fifth. Swallow, Koger, and Megan Luce. So an even count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wittenberg here with signs and the pitch. Popped it up. Right side of the infield. And then it kind of again drifted right back here with the wind as the third baseman ended up making a catch. So that will be out number 1 here in the inning. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, number 7, Zoe Koger. Ground ball here to the shortstop there from Koger. And so again, quickly 2 up and 2 down there after the 6-3 put away. And now that's going to bring on the, let's see, I don't even know what position she's even playing now again. I think she might be playing second base. And that might be, or no, actually I think she might be playing shortstop, and that is Megan Luce. And so the 1-0 pitch, he swung on and missed, evening the count here at a ball and a strike. Again, 2 away here in the inning. Kaya Van Note waiting on deck. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Wittenberg gets her signs. Rocks back and a pitch. Ground ball here to the first base side will get foul. And so we'll redo it again here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's going to do it here for the bottom half of the fifth. So again, Wapahani again goes silently. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the top of 6. Shenandoah 1, Wapahani 0 here on the WHS Network. welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th inning here on the WHS Network. And I'm Brandon Morvillius with your play-by-play broadcasting call. As alongside here with me, cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. So quickly, 0-1 here on the left fielder, Patrick, here for Shenandoah. Again, a run on 7 hits so far for Shenandoah. No runs on 1 hit for Wapahani. Been quite the pitcher's duel here this evening. No doubt about that. So an even count here of a ball and a strike. You have the right fielder Mills on deck and then Schwagenier thereafter. And that's going to be ball 2. Again, Patrick on the evening, 0 for 2, flew out to the center fielder in the first inning and then fouled out to the first baseman in the third. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Koger. Down the right field line and foul. And so the count will now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rock back and the pitch. Popped up to the second baseman. Right there is Megan Luce for out number 1 here in the inning.
Next up, Mills.
And that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 2, Mills. Ground ball here to the first base side. Loose collects, and then I'll tell you what, I mean, you know, as short of a distance of throw that was, Mills would have, you know, even if that would have been in time, she still would have been safe right there. I mean, it just amazing how quickly she can get down the baseline. So that is now the 3rd hit of the day here for Mills. All 3 have been infield singles. And so now Schwagenier at the plate. Fly ball there in the right field, and that's going to get by the right fielder. So Swallow will get it in rather quickly. And so now we got runners at second and third. That'll be the 9th hit now of the evening. So the double right there for Schwagenier. Wittenberg will now step in with 1 away here in the 6th. Koger here with the pitch. And that's going to get by the catcher. We have a play at the plate. Well, so much for that. That one got thrown away. So again, 1 run comes on home to score right there on the wild pitch. So Wittenberg will now step back in here in just a moment. Again, still with a great opportunity to tack on another run here to help herself out. And now a 2-0 Shenandoah lead. The pitch here from Koger. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. So an even count of 1 ball and 1 strike. And that's going to get by the catcher again. And so, again, literally all they had to do was run just to score. Then you have to put the bat on the ball. Unfortunately here for Wapahani. So a couple of wild pitches, scores 2 runs. Haven't even had that all game, I don't recall. These are the first wild pitches that we've had. So, again, those couldn't have come at a worse time. So 2 down now in the inning. So 2 down now in the inning, and the center fielder Lee will step up to the plate.
Now batting Lee.
Again, Lee 0 for 2 on the evening, grounded out to the pitcher in the second inning, then struck out swinging and a pop up there to the third baseman, Lauren Luce, right there to make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. But, again, Shenandoah able to tack on a couple runs here in the top half of the sixth inning. 2 runs here on 2 hits, also no errors, and nobody left on. We will head now to the bottom half of the sixth. Again, Shenandoah 3, Wapahani 0 here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here with your bottom half of the sixth inning. We're going to lead things off here with the Raiders' first baseman. That is number 6, Kaya Van Noot. So quickly, 1-0 the count here on Kaya. 0 for 1 so far here on the evening. Kaya struck out looking back in the third inning. So looking to change her fortunes this time around, as that will be swung on and missed right there to even the count up here at 1-1. Following Kaya, we'll be right back to the top of the order. So 1-2 the count here on Van Noot. Got to find some open real estate out there. The pitch here from Wittenberg. That's going to be fouled back to the backstop, so we're going to redo things again here at 1-2. And again, another one fouled off. So this will be the 6th pitch of the at-bat. One ball, 2 strikes. Oh, nice piece of hitting right there by Kaya Van Noot. That's going to get through the legs there of the center fielder. Van Noot will make her way to second base, so a single and then an error. So a nice piece of hitting right there for Van Noot. Only the second hit of the evening here for Wapahani. So a good way to get us going. Hopefully here in this bottom half of the sixth inning, obviously we need who is batting right now because she's got no number. I can't really see her face. You know, she's got the guard on there with her helmet. And so I really apologize because I have no idea who this young lady is here for Wapahani. So please don't be too mad at me. She will strike out swinging for out number 1 here in the 6th. And so now due up the catcher, number 3, Abby Cross. So 1-0 the count here on Abby Cross. That's going to be upstairs there for ball 2. And Cross so far here on the night 0 for 2 on the evening. Bunted it right back to the pitcher in the first inning and then flew out to the left fielder in the third. The 2-0 offering. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Throw on the first. So a 1-3 put away there for out number 2.
Now batting 0-0.
And now the left fielder, 0-0, Briley Kahali-Como at the plate. 0 for 2 on the night here for Briley. Grounded out to the pitcher in the first and then struck out swinging in the fourth. Again, still a big opportunity right here, as that one's going to be fouled back and out of play. So 0-1 the count here on Kahali-Como. Got an update here on the baseball game. Shenandoah is leading Wapahani over there from the other Raider field, 7-4 in the bottom of the fifth inning. So a big-time game right there between Wapahani and Shenandoah over there at the baseball field. Again, if we get more updates, we'll make sure and relay that information to all you fine folks out there in Raider country. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a ground ball here to the first base side. The second baseman gobbles it up. And we'll toss on the first there for out number 3 in the inning. So, again, the Raiders threatened here in the bottom half of the sixth inning after a leadoff single there from Kaya Van Note. Unfortunately, the Raiders unable to do anything here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. No runs on a hit. Also one error and one left on. We will head now to the top of the seventh inning. Shenandoah leads things 3-0. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
All righty, folks. Top of the seventh inning here from Raider Field. It's a 3-0 lead here for Shenandoah, as we will start things off here with the catcher, Allen, and she will pop it up there to the shortstop. So a nice, quick, and easy one pitch and one out for the first out of the inning. Now we'll have the first baseman, number 14, Sharts.
Sharts.
And that's going to be fouled off down the third base line. 0-1. Fly ball in there in the left field. Kahali-Como with a nice grab out there down the left field line. So that will be out number 2 here in the inning. So 2 down now in the inning now. The third baseman, number 21, Boyd, will step in. Again, Boyd, 1 for 2 here on the night. Or 1 for 3, pardon me. Popped it up to the first baseman in the first inning, grounded out to the third baseman in the third. And then singled, and it was left straight at third base there in the fifth. 0-1 the count. And that's going to miss inside there for a ball, 1-1. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Popped up, first base side, and there is Megan Luce. Getting to that one right there for the third and final out here in the inning. So a foul out there to the second baseman to end it. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left. Roundup time here for Wapahani. Got to get it done here. Bottom half the seventh inning we go here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
All righty, folks, welcome back here. Bottom half the seventh inning. We're going to lead things off here with a shortstop, number 5, Emily Luce.
You sound just like a robot when you do that.
So 2-0 the count here on Emily. And that's going to miss upstairs there for ball 3. So 3-0 the counts. Lauren Luce awaits on deck. The Raiders obviously need base runners. And that's in there for a called strike. So the count now 3-1. Wapahani's obviously got to have 3 to tie, 4 to win this bad boy. And big time at bat right there to get the leadoff base runner on here as Emily Luce will draw a walk. That's the first walk issued, the second walk issued today here from Wittenberg. So Emily Luce down at first, and now the third base, number 13, Lauren Luce at the plate. And that's going to be high and inside there for a ball, 1-0. Ground ball to the shortstop, touches second base, and it won't be in time there at first, so a force out at second will eliminate Emily Luce.
Number 18, center fielder Zoe Swallow.
So Zoe Swallow will step in, 1 out and 1 on. So 0-1 the counts here on Swallow. 0 for 2 on this evening. Grounded out to the pitcher back in the second, then popped it up to the third baseman back in the fifth. Nothing and 2 here on Zoe. Wittenberg here with a windup and the pitch. Ground ball here to the second base side. Tosses on to first, and there's out number 2. But again here, Lauren will now move up to second base here with 2 away. So now that's going to bring up the pitcher, number 7, Zoe Koger. Again, I will tell you that following the conclusion of this ball game tonight, we will not have a Raiders Live post-game show. So just a reminder of that. So 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside there for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball here. The shortstop, that's going to get by and into center field. Here comes Lauren Luce on home, and she'll be safe at the plate. And so Wapahani able to get a big-time hit right there from Zoe Koger, and that will get your Raiders on the board right there with a 2-out RBI single. Koger now at first. And again, Lauren Luce come on home to score right there. The RBI there for Zoe, as that's going to bring up the second baseman, number 15, Megan Luce. So again, Wapahani with some hope right here. Again, a little 2-out magic. Here's a pitch from Wittenberg. Popped up right field, and the right fielder's there to make the catch for the third and final out of the inning. And that's going to do it here tonight, folks. Again, your final score, Shenandoah 3, Wapahani 1. Unfortunately, again, Wapahani just couldn't get the bats going, unfortunately. It was quite the pitcher's duel here this evening. But, unfortunately, things happen. And just come up a little bit short here tonight. At least we were able to get a run there in the bottom half of the 7th inning. But again, just come up a little bit short here tonight. Now, with a loss here this evening, Wapahani now falls to 6-6 on the season, and 3-3 in the MEC conference. Again, they'll be back at it tomorrow night, as your Wapahani Lady Raiders will be taking on the Frankton Lady Eagles. Again, that'll be a 5 p.m. start time there for that one. Again, weather permitting, we are supposed to get some rain starting tomorrow morning, and it's supposed to go pretty much throughout the day tomorrow. So doubt that we'll have a game, but you never know. We do live in a good old state of Indiana. So again, final score here this evening, Shenandoah 3, Wapahani 1. Again, we thank you all for tuning in and spending your Thursday night here with us. And until next time, folks, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy saying good night from Raider Field.